Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After? Season 9. Why Jasmine Pineda is right to be mad at Gino Palazzolo. Gino Palazzolo and Jasmine Pineda are one of 8 couples featured on 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After? Season 9. After agreeing to an open marriage on 90 Day, the last resort, Gino and Jasmine have hit a crossroads. After Gino suspected that Jasmine was spending too much time with Matt Brennisterianu, the third person in their open marriage, he kicked her out of the house. Since then, Gino started a new relationship with a woman named Natalie, which he hid from Jasmine. Since the Happily Ever After? Season 9 premiere, Gino and Jasmine's relationship has been all over the place. While they have both made mistakes, Gino has ultimately done more wrong than Jasmine. Since Gino brought Jasmine to the United States on a K-1 visa, he has certain responsibilities involving her. First and foremost, Gino is financially responsible for Jasmine for a period of time, as she cannot work right away. With Jasmine unable to find a job, she had to rely on Gino allowing her to live with him. When Gino kicked Jasmine out, she was lucky that Matt let her move in with him. However, Gino violated his legal responsibility by doing so. Matt recently admitted that he has become Jasmine's sole financial provider. He even told Gino that he could take him to court for the money if he really wanted to. While Jasmine hasn't been perfect, her behavior doesn't give Gino the right to abandon her completely. Jasmine is in a new country, and Gino agreed to support and take care of her in America. By not fulfilling those obligations, Gino is in the wrong. During the last resort, Jasmine proposed the idea of an open marriage to Gino. Since Gino refused to be intimate with her, Jasmine felt it was the only way to save their relationship. While Gino initially didn't love the idea, he eventually agreed to it. Gino set forth a series of rules for Jasmine and Matt to follow as part of the agreement. The rules included how often they could see and be intimate with one another. Furthermore, Gino requested that the agreement be stopped immediately if Jasmine began to develop romantic feelings for Matt. While Gino argued otherwise, Jasmine did follow the rules of the open marriage. She didn't sleep with anyone other than Matt, and until Gino kicked her out, she spent a limited amount of time with him. Gino, however, didn't follow the rules of the open marriage agreement. He went to visit Natalie and even kissed her without letting Jasmine know at all. Jasmine thought Gino kicking her out was temporary and had no idea that he had begun seeing someone else. Open marriage is complicated, but ultimately, Jasmine followed the rules while Gino didn't. Shortly before the fight at Dana's birthday party, Gino met up with Jasmine to discuss their relationship. While Gino initially told Jasmine he wanted a divorce, he later went back on that. When they met up for the second time, Gino expressed that he still had hope that things could work out between them. However, when Gino told Jasmine about Natalie, she became upset and left the bar. Nonetheless, there was never a conversation after the fact where Gino confirmed that he wanted a divorce. When Jasmine showed up to the party and saw Natalie there with Gino, she became enraged. Gino was in the wrong for this, however, as he knew that he had given Jasmine hope for rekindling their marriage. Gino brought a new woman to introduce to his family and friends without even letting Jasmine know. While she could have handled the situation better, Jasmine did have the right to be angry with Gino bringing Natalie. 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After is available to stream on Discovery. When it comes to 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After, Season 9, one couple has never failed to keep fans glued to their screens. Jasmine Pineda and Gino Palazzolo. Their relationship has been a roller coaster. Jealousy, misunderstandings, explosive arguments, and tender makeups that remind us why they haven't given up on each other just yet. But this season, the scales tip once more, and viewers are left asking, is Jasmine justified in her fury? The short answer, yes. Jasmine Pineda is absolutely right to be mad at Gino. Let's dive into why. A history of secrets, tornado. When Jasmine talks about trust, it's not coming out of thin air. She has endured one of the most shocking betrayals in 90 Day Fiancé history. The moment she discovered Gino had sent private intimate photos of her to his ex. That single act still lingers like smoke in the background of every fight. Even if Gino swears he's sorry, Jasmine carries that scar, and it explains why she's quick to flare up whenever she senses Gino isn't fully transparent. Season 9 makes it clear that Gino hasn't learned the full weight of this mistake. Whether it's about money, family, or his wandering attention, Gino still stumbles into patterns that look like secrecy. For Jasmine, every hidden text, delayed confession, or shady half-truth echoes back to the original betrayal. Her anger isn't just overreacting. It's a woman recognizing the same storm clouds she's seen before. Money matters and heart matters. One of the biggest sparks in their fights? Money. Gino is cautious, frugal, almost miserly at times. Jasmine, by contrast, wants romance, adventure, and for her partner to show his love not only with words, but through gestures. In her mind, love is not about the size of a bank account, it's about effort. So when Gino balks at spending on things that matter to Jasmine, like beauty treatments, clothes, or even basic quality-of-life upgrades, it sends a message that she's not a priority. She sees him gifting his exes in the past, but dragging his feet when she asks for something. It's not about dollars, it's about devotion. Jasmine is furious because, in her eyes, Gino is forgetting that relationships require emotional and practical investment. Money becomes a proxy for respect. And here, Jasmine is not wrong. The communication breakdown, chart decreasing. The pair's fiery fights are legendary. Jasmine shouting, Gino retreating behind his baseball cap, the tension thick enough to cut with a butter knife. But beneath the theatrics lies a deeper issue. They don't speak the same emotional language. Jasmine wants passion, honesty, and a partner who leans in during conflict. Gino, on the other hand, tends to shut down when things get heated. To Jasmine, his silence feels dismissive, like he doesn't care. To Gino, it's self-protection. When Jasmine lashes out this season, critics might say she's dramatic, but consider the context. She's raising her voice because she's not being heard. She's drawing big, bold emotional lines because Gino's responses are so muted they barely register. Is it messy? Sure. But it's also very human. The X factor. Another thorn in Jasmine's side is the presence, real or imagined, of Gino's exes. Jasmine has always carried a sense that she's competing with ghosts of relationships past. Whether it's the infamous topless photo scandal or Gino's casual mentions of his dating history, Jasmine feels like she's constantly measured against other women. This season only deepens her resentment. When Gino appears to prioritize his comfort zone, family ties in Michigan, nostalgia for his single life, or avoiding tough conversations about boundaries, Jasmine feels disrespected. In her mind, if Gino truly loved her, he would cut the cord with anyone or anything that makes her feel second best. Here again, her anger is rooted in something real, the need to feel chosen above all others. Cultural clashes. The Panama to Michigan pipeline is not exactly smooth sailing. Jasmine left behind her life, her family, and her country to try and make things work with Gino in the United States. That sacrifice weighs heavily on her. Every time Gino resists adapting to her needs, or every time he acts like she should simply conform to his lifestyle, Jasmine sees it as one-sided. Imagine uprooting everything you know and love, only to feel like your partner isn't meeting you halfway. That's the emotional math Jasmine is doing this season. When she screams or storms off, it's not drama for drama's sake. It's the release of pressure that's been building from cultural displacement and unmet expectations. Why fans side with Jasmine? Viewers may roll their eyes at Jasmine's theatrics, but many can't help but understand her. She's passionate, unapologetically emotional, and in her own way, fiercely loyal. She wants to be loved in a way that makes her sacrifices worthwhile. And let's be honest, Gino has given her plenty of reasons to doubt him. From his past betrayals to his present stinginess, he often comes across as a man who wants the benefits of romance without fully embracing the responsibilities. Jasmine, for all her chaos, is fighting for what she believes she deserves. Her anger is not just justified, It's the natural reaction of someone who refuses to settle for half-love. The heart of the matter. At its core, Jasmine's rage is about longing. She wants security, passion, transparency, and to feel cherished. Gino, though he may love her deeply, struggles to express that in a way she recognizes. That gap between intent and perception creates the explosions fans love to watch. And maybe that's why they remain one of the most compelling couples on the show, because underneath the fights, the tears, and the dramatic exits lies a simple truth. They're both terrified of losing each other. Jasmine's fury, then, is not the opposite of love. It's the loud, messy, sometimes overwhelming proof of it. Final thought. So, is Jasmine right to be mad at Gino in Happily Ever After? Season 9? Absolutely. She's responding to patterns of secrecy, financial stinginess, lack of emotional communication, and the ghosts of exes that still haunt their relationship. Her anger may be dramatic, but it's grounded in real frustrations. Love, after all, is not about avoiding conflict. It's about fighting for connection, even if sometimes the fight gets a little too loud for comfort. And if Jasmine is screaming, maybe it's because she still believes that Gino can be the partner she's been waiting for all along.